Peace, family. So great news. It's being reported that ex-No Limit rapper Mac Phipps has been paroled from his manslaughter conviction and is very thankful for his opportunity. So Mac, we definitely want to say has long maintained his innocence, and we think he should have been pardoned a long time ago. But nonetheless, it's great news to hear that he's free. He's been hailed for his good conduct while being incarcerated. He's seeked out vocational training, participated in mentoring for young inmates. It's been reported all over media and stuff on Mac's release. So it says, this is a report from NOLA.com. It says after spending half of his life behind bars in connection with the fatal nightclub shooting in Slidell, former No Limit rapper McKinley Phipps received parole on Tuesday, with state officials praising him for mentoring young inmates and pursuing vocational training during his time in prison. So it says Phipps' exact release date had not been set at the conclusion of his 10-minute hearing before the Louisiana Board of Pardons and Committee. Nonetheless, the board's unanimous decision to grant him parole brings him closer to ever being freed, with conditions from a sentence that originally wasn't supposed to lapse until 2030. So it's definitely, an early release. So Mac has said, he wants to say he's thankful for this opportunity. He said during his hearing, which was streamed online, he wants to say he's sorry for the family of the victim and to anyone who's been affected by it. So, just to go over the case a bit more, a St. Tamary Parish jury in 2001 found Mac Phipps guilty of manslaughter following the killing of a 19-year-old Baron Victor Jr. the previous year at a packed club, Mercedes in Slidell, Louisiana. So Victor was shot in a scuffle what broke out during the performance at the club by Phipps, but that's been always refuted by Mac and others that was there. At the time, it was a 22-year-old artist, had a new record deal with No Limit and was, doing quite a lot of big things. They gave him a 30-year sentence that isn't set to expire until February 2030. But him and his supporters have always maintained that he was wrongfully convicted. His case got national attention in 2015 after 5 witnesses told the Huffington Post that authorities had coerced them into saying that he was the shooter when Victor was shot and killed. So at least twice since 2016, he's applied for clemency, which allows a governor or president to pardon a person or commute their sentence. The first request failed, but in April, after he had a recommendation from the Pardons Board that he should get immediate parole eligibility, Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards granted clemency to Mac Phipps. So they say that action set the stage for Tuesday's parole board hearing, where there was a 3-member panel that went over the most detailed account of his life behind bars. The board members, they say, were Bonnie Jackson, Alvin Rackey, and John Wise, and they said that Phipps had not incurred a single disciplinary infraction behind bars in the last 18 years, and if he kept that up, he would be eligible for August 2024 good time release anyway. The board said that Phipps had participated in programs that allowed him to mentor young inmates. He also sought out vocational education while incarcerated, landed him a work release job at a shipyard in Lafourche Parish, as well as certification in air conditioning and heating. So it says Mac has said, "I just tried to do what I was told and tried my best to be obedient," in so many words, when he was asked to describe his approach to life behind bars. So the 3 board members voted in favor of granting parole for his freedom to be conditional at first. They ordered that he has a 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew, avoid establishments that serve alcohol, and perform 6 hours of community service a month with at-risk youth. So, they said there's a lot of people that need Mac's guidance. You can tell them his story, lead them in the right direction. He's also got to meet with his parole officer weekly during the first 3 months after his release, is what Rache said. And, Mac's mother, Sheila Phipps, his wife, Angelique, spoke at Tuesday's hearing and have pledged to help Mac comply with his parole conditions. So no one spoke in opposition of parole, so it was all, positive. Mac said his post-release plans included helping his mother run her art studio gallery once he's released, and he also had an offer to work as a painter at a construction business owned by a friend. And he continued, he wants to reconnect with his family, his wife, and his son. So we'll keep everybody posted on this. There's a lot of reports saying Mac has been released, but I don't think he's actually been released as of yet. So, but he has been granted a parole.
Can we please have Mr. Phipps make a brief statement before the board votes?
I want to first say thank you for this opportunity. As it was mentioned earlier, it was a long time coming, and I want to say emphatically that I'm sorry for all of the people, and I'm sorry to all of the people that were affected by this situation, and I definitely want to say I'm sorry to the family of the victim, and to just anyone who was affected by this in any way, and that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Mr. Phipps. Is the panel ready to vote? Ms. Jackson?
Yes. I don't know the language to use, but I think Mr. Phipps.
I will allow Mr. Wise to vote first, and then
Okay.
Mr. Wise.
At this time, I'm going to vote to grant. You have good programs also set up as a low-risk condition to be set by the chairman.
Okay. Ms. Jackson?
I also vote to grant with conditions set up by the chairman.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Mr. Phipps, you have received 2 votes to grant your request. I, too, will agree with the panel this morning in consideration that you are granted a commutation of sentence and parole eligibility, and that was signed by the governor of the state of Louisiana. I agree with my colleagues this morning. Conditions after release. I want you to have a strict 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew. Anything that's of importance or an emergency, you must approve being out after 9 o'clock from your parole officer.
Okay.
This is a strict 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew.
Yes, sir.
You are to stay away from bars, nightclubs, casinos, or any places that alcohol beverages are served or consumed. I want you to do community service with at-risk youth. Continue that mentorship that you started while you were incarcerated. I want you to do community service at 6 hours a month with at-risk youth. Get with your parole officer, get with your pastor. There are so many young people that need your guidance. Tell them your story and lead them in the right direction.
Yes, sir.
Also, you've been incarcerated for 21 years. I also want you to report to your parole officer weekly for the first 90 days. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Phipps, your early release has been granted. Good luck and good day.
And thank you to y'all.
Peace, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out on abouttheonline.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for exclusive playlists and social media for all different types of segments and content. For more dope hip-hop news, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and join us in our members area for exclusive content. Peace, family. We're back with another hip hop news update, and first and foremost, in celebratory news, former No Limit rapper McKinley Phipps has been granted parole after 21 years in prison. So this has been heavily reported on mainstream media on Mac's parole and stuff. He served 21 years of his 30-year sentence for the murder of a teen that he strongly says he did not commit. At the time of his arrest, he was 22 and has always maintained his innocence throughout the years. So, in addition to his own claims of innocence, a security guard confessed ages ago that Mac was innocent. So, it's good to see Mac home. You can definitely check out more of this because we've reported quite heavily on this over the past few days. But it's definitely one of our top trending news topics of the week. We're joined this week by Pat Man from the Cam fam, who's going to be going over some of these hip-hop news updates with us. So what's good, fam?
Hey, what's going on there, Fonzarelli? How we doing?
We're Colin, chilling like a villain.
Chilling like a villain, feeling like a million.
Chilling like a villain, you heard, man. So, great news once again with Mac and these hip-hop news.
What you know, I know that you know.
Peace, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out on abouttheonline.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for exclusive playlists and social media for all different types of segments and content.